Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Alright, we got a nice little bounce here for the SPY. It went for the gap fill today, guys. Overall, still need to see what the SPY really wants to do. Is it going to give us a new all-time high, or is it finally time for the pullback that all the bears have been waiting for? Okay, so it's on us tomorrow to look to react to the price action. So we got to know what the case scenarios may be. All right, so we filled the gap. Today we closed at 509.7, just a smidge above my fib level at 509.6 ish. Okay, so if we can clear 511 tomorrow, that's the next critical fib level. All right, we cleared 511 and 512.5, guys. We're likely going to new all-time high. I do have a resistance at 514, but we're likely going to a new all-time high. Keep in mind, we just bounced off this up trend line. All right, that's the bull case scenario. Bear case scenario. If this is just a gap fill or a dead cat bounce, we need to see follow through. All right. Today we saw some decent buying pressure off that 508.5 level. You guys can see on the 15-minute chart. 508.5 must fail. And then to break down the uptrend line, it's around 507.5-ish, but I'm going to round it down to 507 with 505 below that. 505 was a decent buying zone as well. Okay, you guys got my support levels. Guys, please just follow the price action. All right, if we break down those support levels that I mentioned, that's bearish, especially below 507. All right, because we're breaking down the trend line at that point. And if we bounce and we clear 511 and 512.5, guys, we're likely going to new all-time highs. All right, just look to react. Now, triple Q, little bounce here. It closed higher than it did yesterday, but still closing below that 439 level. I can't get bullish unless we recapture that 439 level and clear 440.5 to put 443, 445, and 446.5 back in play, okay? Below 439, I'm still overall bearish. I need to see a breakdown of 437 and 435.4 for bearish follow through. And if those levels fail, I'm thinking we're going to a new lower low, possibly down to 432.4 or 430.4. Those are fib levels. All right, guys. NVDA, this stock is just continues to defy gravity. All right, it's around 890-ish. 887.6 is the fib level to watch. If that level fail, we could likely pull back. I do have support at 885. If it does drop, we could go test 880 or 877. All right. As overall above 887.64, I do have a level around 890 as well. It's battling there in the aftermarket. If that level clears, next resistance is at 891.7. If that level clears, 894, 897, and up to 900 is likely in play. All right, guys, look to react. What else? Tesla, this stock is overall looking bearish. Below 177, guys, stay bearish on Tesla. If it can break down 175, that would definitely be bearish follow through. Put in 173.5 and 170 in play. And I do got the next fib level all the way down at 167.7 and 166.5. All right, I'll only trust a bounce when it can recapture some lost levels, starting with 177, 180, and 181.5. If those levels recapture, we could get a bounce. All right, it's looking like a double bottom around here right now. We got to be careful if it's going to form some type of inverted handle for the inverted cup. Got to be careful with that, okay? But know the levels, know the setup, just trade it unbiasedly. Now, IWM is still looking around, chopping around. It did bounce a little bit from yesterday's close, all right? Resistance is at 206 and 207.5. Those level clears, we are bullish, all right? Now, we got support at, still got support at 203, all right? I still need to see that break down. And if it does break down, like high volume increase and good volume, big body, red candle, break down to go test that trend line. It's now at 200, okay? And 200, below 200, bears will be in control because we broke down the trend line, all right? Apple, holy moly, It's just looking bearish. All right, below 170, stay bearish on Apple. Okay, I know it dropping a lot, and I know some people wants to call a bottom. Like I say, don't call a top. I also say don't call a bottom. All right, it can SPY can keep going up, Apple can keep going down. All right, just follow the price action. If we're gonna get a bounce, I need to see 170 and 172 recapture, especially 172. If those levels recapture, I would favor a bounce up to 175 and 176.5. Overall bearish below 170. If 168.5 fails, 167.4 or lower would likely be in play. Okay, guys? AMD. I am bullish on AMD as long as above 206. Okay, support is at around 210, and the next resistance is at 213.5. Those levels clear, guys. I have a fib level at 219. I'll trust a pullback more if we break down 206 and possibly go back and test 200 or lower. Amazon. Yeah, it closed a little lower than it did yesterday. Okay, I still got that support around 173ish. I still need to see it break down so we can possibly go test 171.5 and maybe the gap fill around 169. All right, for me to trust any bounce at this point, 175 and 177 must recapture. There is a gap at 177.5, not one of my levels, but I like to use gaps as levels as well. So give it a zone, 177 or 177.5. Those levels must clear. That zone must clear to send us back to new all-time high, 179 and 180ish zone. All right, bearish. If we break down 179, 171.5, and of course 169. All right, guys. Netflix, it's bouncing and lingering just above this fib level at 595. We did get some washes below down to 592, but no closes below on a daily chart. Gotta close below 595 for me to be more bearish. Break down 592 to put 586, 578, or fill the gap around 573 is okay. I know the levels are spread out a bit, but this is Netflix. This stock moves, man. Now, if we're gonna trust a bounce, once again, we gotta clear some resistant levels. Okay, so 595, I got resistant at 597 is 600. Those levels must clear to put 603, 603, 605.5, 607.7, and 610 plus all back in play. There's the gap all the way up at 616ish. Goodness, that's way up there. And look at Meta. We got some strong selling pressure from that 1.5 Fibonacci level, okay? If it's going to continue show follow through, it got to break down 493.7. If it does, we'll likely drop down to 490 and 488-ish, maybe all the way down to 486, okay? Resistant is at 497, testing there now, and 498.5 with 500 above that. Got to clear those to give 502.5 another retest with all the strong selling pressure. We had a false breakout there and then the strong selling pressure. That's looking bearish. But if we can break above 502.5, that'll cancel all that and put 506.3 and 512 in play. Google, still looking bearish to me. Need to break down 132 for bearish follow through to put 129.4 and 126.4 in play. Can't favor a bounce unless 134.5, 136, and 138 all recaptures. Microsoft still looking bearish to me. We broke down that trend line, almost retested that trend line as resistant, and gave us a little bit more, a lower close than we did yesterday. We might consolidate a little bit, but overall still looking bearish to me. I'll only turn bearish if we get above 406 or 409. Breaking down 402, I have support at 400, of course, and 398. Breaking down those levels would be good with good bearish follow through. Putting 395 or lower in play, okay? And last but not least, here is coin. Gotta watch out for this potential double top around 240-ish, okay? If that can clear, then maybe we can go to new all-time highs up to test 245.5. That's a fib. Oh, it's not new all-time high, excuse me. I had to look to the left real quick. But yeah, if we can clear 240, we could possibly go test 245.5. That's the next fib level that I have here. And then I have nothing till 261-ish. To be bearish, I have support at 237, 235, and 233. Below 233, I would be a little more bearish. Maybe we'll have an M pattern playing out here, and M patterns are usually bearish. But it's got to break down 233 to send us, you know, lower to 224, maybe fill the gap around 221ish. All right, and then this low right here is actually around 215.9ish. Okay, so got to break down 233, 237, 235, 233 are support, and of course 240 is resistant. Break that, could head up higher. Right here is dark pool level. 58% of activity came around 507. Okay, that the premium was about 1.9 billion. Okay, and then we had a little bit of activity around that 509.7-ish level. So add those levels to your chart, label them as dark pool. And yeah, here's the SPY filter for 100K premiums or above, and it is bearish. QQQ is bullish. IWM is siding with the SPY and it's bearish. NVDA is bullish. Bearish for Tesla. Bearish for Apple. Bullish for AMD. Bullish for Amazon. Nothing for Netflix. Bullish for Meta. GOOG is bullish. GOOG with the L is bullish. Microsoft is bullish. Coin is bullish. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys found value in this video. Good luck for tomorrow. Peace.